Okay, so you found that someone special. You decide you're going to move in together. Maybe you're getting married. Maybe you're keeping it casual. But there is some important advice to protect your wallet in the meantime. Money expert Ted Jenkins from Oxygen Financial is here. So, Ted, good morning to you. Thanks for being with us. And let's keep in mind, just like any relationship, the communication here is key. And with money, it becomes so difficult for couples. Why is that, and why is it so important to get over it?
Yeah, it's difficult. You have to let your walls down to talk about money. And this starts to expose your fears, your dreams. Remember, money represents power, maybe even your attitudes on life. But if you don't talk about money, it will come back and bite you later.
Let's talk about the talk that you're supposed to have. Couples, how should they start this, and what should they say? Like, okay, here are our bills. Who's going to pay them? Is that the first question?
Yeah, I think so. You know, you need to know who's going to be on the bills. Are you going to be on the electricity bill? Is he going to be on the cable bill? Who's actually going to pay the bills? Is it going to come from your account, or is it going to come from their account, or are you going to do a joint account, which I don't recommend, but it's important to have that discussion up front.
Interesting. Why don't you recommend a joint account?
Oh, believe me, breaking up is hard to do. So until you know that you're going to be committed, I wouldn't put the dollars in one joint account. I would have one person pay part of the bills and one other person pay part of the bills until you're sure that you can combine forces.
Until you get married, do you mean?
Yeah,
Once you're married,
I think so.
Yeah. Let's talk about, you say you should prepare for what ifs. Is this a job loss, or is this maybe trip you want to take?
Well, what happens if you become unemployed for 3 months or 6 months? Is the other person ready to share the load of all of the responsibility financially, or are you going to have to dip into your savings account without having that conversation and it goes unsaid? That can be a problem down the road. Or how about the other side? You're going to take this fancy vacation a year from now. Are you going to build a joint kitty for that vacation, or is one of you going to use your frequent flyer miles to pay for it?
So what should you do to prepare for those what ifs? Is there a special savings account you should have?
Yeah, I think, again, this is part of it in saying if one spouse has frequent flyer points, or if you agree we need to save $5,000, maybe you set it aside in a separate account, whether it's yours or theirs, or it is something that's combined. It's something that you want to look at.
What should a couple do if they're looking at a lot of debt? This is very common for couples these days. And what if it's just with one of the partners?
Yeah, you don't want to get surprised if you get married with somebody's 400 FICO score, or that they have $50,000 of debt. So it's not a great dinner conversation, but you probably want to find out, does your partner have debt? And make sure that you build a game plan. A lot of partners don't say, where do we want to be financially 1 year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now? It's a good conversation to have when you start a relationship.
Do you find, I mean, you have tons of couples coming in, do you find that this sort of puts you in an awkward position, and how do you deal with that?
Oh, I hate it when I have a spender and a saver. One person wants to bring lunch to work, and one person wants to eat out every day. But it's important to figure out how to marry those personalities so you make a sound financial plan for your future.
Ted Jenkins, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.